I got my Starbucks mocha salted caramel frappuccino. I'm ready to
Oh
go.
shit. We're doing a special episode. I'm shirtless, so Michael's gonna get so
So
Michael's
this is
gonna
gonna be our first video podcast because Tommy's
yeah.
shirtless.
Yeah, gotta get the eye candy going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also wearing, in the spirit of Halloween, I'm wearing pink beetle socks
Oh,
because
very
nothing says
Halloween.
Halloween like the yellow meanies.
I'm wearing
Or the blue
actual
meanies, that's what
Halloween
they're called.
socks.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
That's sick. Oh shit, you are. Um yeah. So
Uh, so
yeah.
yeah, we're gonna talk about Halloween and we're gonna talk about Ghostbusters. And
Mm-hmm. A
I'll
little
enter my
special
seat.
surprise today.
Oh yeah, tell him, Tommy.
So, if as the fans of the podcast know, um, in the very first episode, me and Michael did a "What are the odds" for who would watch Trolls World Tour, and unfortunately, I lost, so I had to watch Trolls World Tour, and I'd been putting it off until today, this morning at like 9 o'clock, where I opened up Hulu because it's on Hulu as well. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna do Hulu, and I watched Trolls World Tour.
What are your thoughts?
Um, it sucked. It wasn't as like horrible as I thought it'd be. Like the
Mhm.
first like 10, 15 minutes, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Cause it was so like cringy and cheesy, and it was just like all watching these animated tiny trolls do like upbeat versions of like pop songs that I already didn't like. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die here. I'm gonna die here. And
What's
then
the
it got
plot?
like, it's pretty much, it's kind of like Infinity War. So there's like, there's like six. So it all started with um, the troll colonies. And I hate this. I have to explain this. So like, they were all like different kinds of trolls, but they were united because it was like this harp, and the harp had six strings, which embodied the six different like genres of music, which were pop music, classical music, funk, um, country, hard rock, and
Like
don't
hip
know. I
hop or
forget the
something?
last one. No, no. What was it? Fuck. I forget. Let me look it up real quick. Trolls World. Six. What the fuck was it? What was it? What was it? I don't know. Pop, rock, country, classical, funk, and techno. Last one was techno.
Oh,
So
okay.
already like weird genres because like
Seems weird to leave out hip hop or rap or
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like they're and also to choose like hard rock and then like techno and
yeah,
then like funk. I mean, like they're all like
funk. Yeah,
pretty pop, like, yeah, pretty popular
but
genres.
like
But
you would
like
expect like blues or like jazz over like funk
yeah,
or
you'd expect something that makes a little bit more. Anyways, that was already a little bit weird. But the basic plot of it is that the queen of hard rock named Barb. Her name is Barb, and she's the queen of hard rock, and she's like insane. She wants to steal all the strings from all the different troll colonies and then play the ultimate power chord.
Wait,
So
what does it
and
do? She plays the.
it destroys 50% of the universe.
No, it does not.
No, it
Okay, I
doesn't.
was gonna say.
I actually they never explained what happens if she plays it, and like she kind of did at the end, but all it did was like turn
Spoilers for
like
Trolls World
yeah,
Tour.
yeah, it's big spoilers. It like turned the one of the main characters into like a hard rock zombie. So like they were all like fighting, and they're like, "No, I'm the pop troll," and then she played the chord, and then it turned him into like a hard rock person. So like change side. I don't know. It's fucking weird. Um, but it wasn't horrible. It was bad, and like I will definitely never watch it again unless I'm paid. But like I can think of worse movies or movies that I can complain more about. Like it's a kids movie, so I understand. And they tried to like have this like nuanced perspective on like the idea of like culture. They say like because the whole idea is that the hard rock person wants to like make everybody assimilated to rock, and the other main character says that we should unite everybody because like we should all be the same or whatever. And then like at the end they're like, oh no, we should celebrate our differences, which is like, wow, I've never heard that one before.
Oh, that's
like,
really original.
Yeah.
Does this movie have a better message than Joker?
It does. I mean, it does. So I have to give it props. Yeah, it's not funny, and none of the music was any good. And
Anna Kendrick in it?
She is in it, and I think I forget what the cast is.
Isn't it like Justin Timberlake?
I think he is. I think he's the other one. Wait, Chance the Rapper's in it? What the fuck? Wait, no way.
Oh, Chance the Rapper on Twitter the other day was praising Shazam.
Really?
So, yeah, King.
Yeah, Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake, Rachel Bloom, James Corden, Ron Funches,
everything like that.
Anderson .Paak. Oh my god, he's in it. Kenan Thompson,
Paul McCartney.
I wish.
David
Actually,
Bowie.
Yeah.
From the dead.
John Lennon and Jimi Hendrix are also in this one. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It kind of sucked, and I'm really upset that I lost it. It was like an hour and a half long, which was way too long. And it was like the moment I heard that, like, oh, this, like, the bad guy was like, oh, everybody should like hard rock at the end. Like, I already know what's gonna happen. She's gonna like be like, oh, I understand I was wrong, and like that's exactly what happened. It was just like literally in the first 5 minutes, I'm like, I know how this movie's gonna like play out. And it's just, but it did kind of remind me a bit of Infinity War, which was funny.
That is funny.
But yeah, besides that, it was, I don't know, it's probably between like a 1 star and 1.5 because I really didn't like it, but I also like, it's like a kids movie, so what am I gonna do, like shit on it that hard? Like,
I'm sure a lot of the movies we watched as kids that we liked were not very good by today's standards.
Like the thing is, I can think about a movie like The Lobster, which like I fucking hated because I felt like it made no fucking sense. And like I have so many things to complain about that movie. And is this movie like is The Lobster equivalent to Trolls World Tour when like Trolls World Tour is meant for a kid audience? Like, so I don't know. I don't know, who knows? But
Justin Timberlake troll. I don't feel so good.
That's Jesus. So yeah, that's about what happened.
Well, I can't think of anything scarier to kick off our Halloween episode than Trolls World Tour.
Mm-hmm. And if I remember anything from the movie, I'll have to bring it up because I don't know. The first scene was fucking whack too, because like they were like doing this number. What the fuck? This thing just fell off my desk. Anyway, they were doing this like song, right? And in the middle of the song, this like glittery troll, he's like, I'm having a baby. And then like a baby version of him pops out of his head, and it's Kenan Thompson. And then the baby's wearing sunglasses and starts like rapping. And I'm like, oh my God.
Well, there are rap trolls. They just don't get a colony.
Yeah. Yes, there are like, there's like a smooth jazz troll who is like a bounty hunter. I'm not kidding. So they get, what is it? They get the reggaeton trolls, smooth jazz troll, K-pop trolls, and the yodeling trolls, and they're all bounty hunters.
K-pop.
Yeah. It's
yodeling. That's
the yodeling.
That's actually pretty.
But also, no, it's actually really cool because the yodeling troll, he's he's a member of the country. He's like, you met him in the country colony, and he's like half horse, and he like frees them from a jail cell. But then they figure out that he was actually a yodeling troll, and he was trying to steal their string all along. But he like changed to the good side while he was helping them out.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, "How could you? I thought you were." His name was Hickory, but it turns out his name was like some German shit, and it was insane. It was maybe the best picture of 2020.
I mean, it doesn't have much competition.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Does it feel
What
good
else
you
is
had
it?
another 2020 movie to your repertoire this year?
Mm-hmm. Finally. But yeah, anyways, let's kick off Halloween conversation. I
Yeah,
feel
so
like
I
I've
just
talked about trolls for far too much.
probably longer than anyone else in human history has.
Probably.
Um, so I just wrote down some like general things, like Halloween things we can talk about. Um,
Yeah.
kind of like our best and worst things. So the first one I have is, first of all, I want to say, like Halloween is probably my favorite holiday. It's hard because the last two Halloweens I've had in college have been pretty whack, but the ones I had at home were like absolutely fucking lit. So that was definitely my favorite holiday growing up. Now it's like neck and neck with Christmas. Um, you know? But so kind of the first thing I thought we'd bring up, Tommy, is Halloween costumes that you and I have worn in the past, like our best and our worst ones.
Oh, wow. You
So
go
I could
first because I can't think of
I'll
many.
start with my best one. So in senior year of high school, um, we our school did these dress up days every Friday in October, and I'd
Oh,
say
I know where you're going this.
I'd say pretty much all of our costumes were good, um, or for every week. But the ones of mine that I thought were really funny was for career day. I was an astronaut, um, which I just found really funny, and for actual Halloween, Tommy and I and our friend group we dressed up as the village people,
Mm.
and um, so you might be thinking to yourself, Michael, that's not a funny costume. But first of all, yes, it was because we all had to dress as very sexy men in in high school, and
Wasn't that
um,
hard for us because we were
that's
like
true. Tommy didn't even
a
dress
heap.
up really.
Yeah, we were all heap of the pack. So
He did, but Tommy was a cowboy, and I was a the cop,
yeah,
and I my our school had a police officer who was always there, and he asked me to take a picture with him that day. He just like literally pulled me aside and asked for a picture for himself, so I took a picture with him, and then um we did this like kind of Halloween parade around the school, and
yeah. Like each because it was all seniors, so like each senior group like went around the school
mm-hmm,
to like show everybody their costume,
yeah,
and
and
we
we were
had like
playing YMCA out of my
out of
backpack
boombox.
too.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I thought somebody had a boombox.
well, it was in a speaker in my backpack.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't I didn't have it like on my shoulder like a
For some reason, I
boombox.
thought somebody had a boombox.
But so, yeah, we did that like kind of parade thing around the school, and then we're all kind of gathering in the middle, just like kind of waiting. And then the principal went up, and this faculty member comes up to me and Tommy and our other friends, and is like, um, "The principal wants you up there." Um, and we were like, "What?" Because like we didn't know what he wanted. So we went up there and he was like, yeah, I just want you to do the YMCA in front of the whole school.
Yeah,
So
literally in front of all the people in your high school. Just
so
do the
we stood on the
YMCA.
wall and we were doing the YMCA dance. It was just it was one, and then so like that was really funny because we weren't expecting that. It was kind of like it was just like it was funny. It was really unexpected. And then we go down and we go back to class, and they started announcing like the costume like winners, which I didn't even know there was a contest, but they started announcing the like costume winners, and our group like won best
The
group
village
costume.
people won. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was like one of those really funny moments out of like a teen movie because like we weren't the popular kids in high school. I wouldn't say
We
we
were
were
the
the nerds,
misfits. We were
but
the
we were like
misfits.
yeah, we were like the outcasts or whatever. And and like the popular like group did this huge costume and they like didn't win and they were like actually a little bit upset with us.
They were like pretty fucking pissed because like they did Mario Kart and they thought like what we should win for doing like the most unoriginal idea.
But we ended up winning and it was just like one of those really funny like moments. And like I don't know, that was definitely maybe not my best costume I've ever done, but definitely like absolutely like my most fun costume memory was just walking around the school with you five goons and doing the
Yeah.
YMCA.
Yeah, I remember that. That's probably my favorite memory too, just because I remember I had to leave like earlier that day. Then somebody texted me. It was like, "You guys won." I'm like, "What?" And it was really funny because like I forget what it was, but somebody, I think you were like, "Oh, we have to go up there," and I'm like, "I don't want to fucking go up in front of everybody in my class and do the YMCA." But then they were like, "We're doing it," and I'm like, "Oh fuck." And then yeah, I remember after that, like those kids, they were like, "Oh, can we go up too and like pretend to race as Mario Kart?" And it was like kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of stole the hearts of everybody
Well, it
that
was like
day.
the teachers who found it really funny because we were like, a group that they knew.
Yeah,
Like there were a
exactly.
lot of people who didn't know what we were doing, but all the teachers got a kick out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was definitely like, because like, what am I gonna say is my best Halloween costume? My Spider-Man costume when I was 7 years old. Like,
Yeah. No, that's probably, I'm thinking about it, that's probably a story that I'll probably be like telling my kids like how I won the costume contest in senior year. Which is still crazy to think about.
I
That's
know.
just crazy. I can't believe I won it. Or we won it. But yeah, my worst, I don't know. I was Tom Brady for like 6 years in a row. So that's probably my worst. I just wear a Tom Brady jersey and I like put the little black thing under my
Mhm.
eyes. And yeah, I did that for many, many years. And I don't know.
I'm.
Besides that, I can't think of many other. Oh, one fun one I did last year. We did Space Jam,
Oh, that's cool.
and yeah, it was like a fun idea. Other people have done it, but that was just like a fun thing.
Last year I did Clark Kent, which entailed nothing for me besides I printed out like a little press pass and I
Mm-hmm.
wore a button-down shirt and wore my Superman shirt underneath it
Mm-hmm.
and like opened it and that was it. That was like because I already have glasses and I kind of look like him already.
Yeah,
you know,
the physique.
I've got the physique. um, but yeah, I guess my worst one would probably be in because I don't know. Most of mine were from like Party City or whatever, so it wasn't like outstanding stuff. But like my worst was probably in elementary school. I wore a Spider-Man costume, but they wouldn't let me wear my mask around school. So
Oh, really?
I was just like a big puffy because it was like the muscle suit kind.
Uh,
So I was just like the big puffy Spider-Man walking around school with no mask.
Speaking of Superman, I just heard. I could be wrong about this, but I heard it from somebody, and I'm inclined to believe it's true. Like, apparently, when Trump was in the hospital for COVID, he like he asked somebody who was there, like who was working for him, to get him a Superman shirt, so
Mhm.
that when he walked out of the hospital, he would unbutton his shirt and then rip it open so it says Superman.
I know I read that too. I was like, oh my god. Superman who's literally an illegal immigrant. Yeah, he's just like you, bud.
Yeah. um, but yeah. Anyways, costumes are a lot of fun. I think definitely the Village People one We'll probably share that sometime again if we do this podcast for a long time. We'll probably be talking about it again.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like every couple of years or so, I send a text in our friends group chat, and I'm like, still our peak. Like we still haven't done
Yeah, it's
anything to
coming up
surpass
on
this.
6 days. 6 days from now, it'll
Yeah,
be 3 years.
yeah. Jesus
Wow.
Christ. I feel like I
right?
haven't even been friends with you for 3 years. What the fuck?
Oh wow, isn't that crazy?
It is really
How long
weird.
have we been friends for?
Sophomore year?
5,
I guess we didn't start
almost
hanging
5,
out till junior year though.
5. Yeah, so like 4.5 ish, I guess, something like
Yeah.
that.
That's fucking weird. I hate time.
Yeah, me too.
The other thing I have, like when you're trick or treating or just munching, what was like your favorite and absolute least favorite Halloween candy to get?
Okay, because my opinions have changed since I was a kid. But as a kid, Skittles, I loved. Milky Ways, I loved. Sour Patch, definitely Sour Patch. And I'm can't think of any others on the top of my mind. But those are probably the three those are probably the three. I'm trying to think like the ones that I didn't like, I had like people in my neighborhood that would hand out like pretzels, which was
Oh yeah,
whack. I think my
popcorn
mom
balls.
I think my mom handed out pretzels for a while, and then
Oh, your
she's just
mom.
like,
I'm gonna have to egg her
no, no,
house.
no, 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 no. But then I'm like, Mom, you can't do this anymore. So she's like, okay, you're right. And then she ended up being the house that gives away king size candy bars. So
Yo.
she made up for it. She made up for it. So other stuff that I didn't like Butterfingers. Almond Joy. That's it. Almond Joy.
You
I
don't like
fucking
almond
hate.
joy? Oh,
No,
I
it
was gonna
tastes
say
like
my favorite candy to
caca
get was
poo
almond
poo.
joy.
It's caca poo poo, and it's disgusting. And I never ate it. I never ate it.
I love almond joys.
Ugh, whack.
My best were probably like Kit Kats, almond joys, and like Crunch bars.
Like the
Those are
Nestle Crunch.
yeah.
It's okay. I don't know. I
Those are
just
my
wasn't ever a big fan.
as a kid. I haven't eaten them in like years now because when am I going around buying a Crunch bar? Like Kit Kats
Yeah.
and
I
Kit
cannot
Kats I always
remember.
end up with, but
Here's a question. Can you remember the last time you've like bought candy at a convenience store that's just like that's like a bar, not like a big bag or anything? You just were like go there and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna get like a Hershey bar for like
yeah,
the.
like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I bought a pack
I
of
don't think I,
M&Ms.
I don't think I've done that since I was like 9.
Well, when I was in middle school, I would just like walk to the convenience store with my friends, and we'd buy like candy bars and Arizona iced teas. That's like
No,
just
that's
what
true.
we did every week.
Yeah.
Worst candy, it's got to be the fucking guy putting the candy corn in a little baggie and giving it to me
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
never
Candy
ate it,
corn.
and I hated getting lollipops, especially like Tootsie Pops, because they always looked like they were open.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Then you had to like throw them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm
No.
not like a big lollipop guy, but like
Really, I don't
those,
mind lollipops. I always liked them when I had them,
and like
especially
back in
Tootsie
the
Pops. The
day,
big ones, they're like huge and they have the Tootsie Roll in the
yeah,
middle.
back in the day when like Skittles still had the lime Skittles, then
Yeah.
getting Skittles was like supreme. But now with the green apple, I don't want that shit. Disgusting.
I was always a big sour Skittles. That's it. That was the one candy where if I got it, I would have definitely saved it for last and would have been like, yes, I've been so happy. Yeah, I don't know. My tastes have changed a little. I actually don't even really eat candy. I got candy a little while ago. I got like a giant pack of Sour Patch watermelon, and I was eating so much of it that I just had to give it away because I'm like, I'm addicted to this. I need to get the hell. Like, it needs to get out of here.
Yeah, Sour Patches. Those are your weakness. Seems like.
I don't know anybody that does. I don't know many people that don't like Sour Patch. Actually, that's a lie. I do know some people, but like,
I love
seems
Sour
like it's a
Patch.
very popular candy.
It's really good.
Yeah,
They're really
it's
good.
great. Mm-hmm.
And every flavor too. Like there's not one where I'm like, I don't want that color.
And each flavor like tastes different,
Yeah.
which is also cool.
It's not like Skittles where I don't want any of the green ones. Or like
Really?
Starburst where I hate the red ones.
Here's my hot take. With Skittles, the best thing to do is just grab a handful and just put them in your mouth. I don't know what the taste of
Yeah,
all of them combined.
I used to
just
agree
so
with
good.
you until the green apple Skittle came around because it ruins the vibe.
I don't think green apple's all that bad. I kind of want Skittles now. Fuck. I had a
Check the mail, Tommy. Could I say
I was before I got back. earlier today I was like on a hike, um, and I came back and immediately just ate an ice cream sandwich out of the fridge, and it was like one of those ice cream sandwiches that, and it's like the cookie, and then the ice cream, and then the cookie on the
Oh,
bottom, and
I
the
love
chocolate chips all
the
around.
chip witch.
Yeah, they're so good. And then while I was eating it, I was sitting on the couch, and I found a tick on my leg. It didn't bite me though. It was like on my clothes. So I'm like,
Was that a
well,
deer
I'm gonna have
tick?
to. Yeah, it was a deer tick.
Damn. Hope you don't got Lyme.
Yeah, that's all right. I probably have green apple.
No, that's Halloween movies.
Yeah,
I'll
Halloween
say
movies.
my favorite ones. Uh, Nightmare Before Christmas, obviously, because it's a Halloween movie, not a Christmas movie. You can you can debate me all you want, but you will lose. And Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Those are like the two ones I watch pretty much every year. And like kind of other ones. The first two Harry Potters are Halloweeny to me. Um, the first 2017 one. That's a really good Halloween movie. Ghostbusters, which we're going to talk about a little later. I just watched Beetlejuice for the first time. That's a good Halloween movie. But in terms of ones I don't like, I guess I don't know. I don't like the original Halloween movie, like the Michael Myers Halloween.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
I just don't. I just think it's kind of dumb. And I guess like in the same vein, like all those kind of older classic slasher things, like Friday the 13th and shit. I've never been a fan of.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at. I'm like on a list of classic Halloween movies because I mean, oh, The Haunted Mansion. That was
Eddie
it. I
Murphy?
I haven't seen that one in a while, but I remember watching that and liking it as a kid. It probably sucks, but yeah, the Eddie Murphy one. Yeah, I've only seen the recent Halloween movie, like the 2018 version.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And you didn't like it, did
and
you?
no, it definitely sucked. Um, just like what? He got out again? It was just so stupid. This has Get Out as a Halloween movie, which I don't
That's
think
I
it
guess it's
is.
a horror movie, but I wouldn't call it like I'm not under the impression that all horror movies are Halloween movies.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I feel like classic horror movies. I feel like it has to become a classic horror movie to become a
Yeah,
Halloween movie. That's why I think Get Out has some years to go before I can say it's a Halloween movie.
yeah,
Um,
definitely. That's why I feel like it was one of those rare instant Halloween movies to me.
yeah, I did like it. Chapter one, not chapter two though.
Hmm.
Scooby Doo, the movie. That's one of them that's on here. The Exorcist, I remember seeing that. It's like, you know, it's fine. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess I haven't really seen many Halloween movies or many classic horror movies.
Mm.
I haven't seen the original Halloween. I saw The Shining. That's pretty good. Halloween Town, remember that? The Sixth Sense. That was not that great. Um, yeah, Blair Witch Project. I just saw.
You didn't like that though.
It was fine. I don't know. It was like I don't know. It wasn't
Hmm.
great. Yeah, I don't know. I guess so. I can't really think of many Halloween movies, but you know, there's some good ones. I can think of more like Christmas movies or other shit like that.
Oh yeah, tune in 2 months for our Christmas
Mm-hmm.
episode,
Mm-hmm.
so we can talk about that. But yeah, I feel like for the most part, like uh, E.T. That's a Halloween movie. That's a
Mm-hmm.
good one. And Hocus Pocus. That's not like a great movie, but don't tell my girlfriend I said that, or she's gonna come in and kill me. But Halloween movies are just like not all of them are like fantastic, but like you need like the vibes around Halloween time, and some of them are just so good at capturing that, you know, that very
Yeah.
specific time of year feeling. But yeah, and the other one I have is Halloween. Activities. I'll say my favorite is haunted houses. I love going to haunted houses. Um,
Yeah, we have a particular story with the haunted
we do.
house.
I was gonna get into that in the next conversation segment, but we can kind of blend this since we. But yeah, I used to have a haunted house in my garage for like 9 years as a kid, and it got pretty popular. Like we'd have lines going up and down the street and stuff. And do you want to tell the story now?
Yeah, so in senior year, Michael's like,
This
this
was
is the
after our
same.
big win.
After the big win came a
Came
big
the
L.
big loss.
Yeah. So, um, basically, he invites us all over, and we're gonna help with the haunted house, and we're all figuring out what we're gonna do. I think I have like a werewolf mask on, and I'm
It
supposed
was a
to like,
gorilla.
yeah, I'm supposed to like hide behind something and just jump out at people when they come by. And I've been doing this for a while. I'm starting to get. I remember because I was wearing the mask, it was actually pretty gross because I would be breathing or like talking, and like for some reason or another, like so much spit from my mouth like went to the bottom of the mask, and I could just feel it on my chin, and I'm like, oh, this is disgusting.
That's what you get with those like rubber Party City masks, though.
Yeah, so I'm doing this for it had to be like 45 minutes, maybe an hour long, and then I hear these two girls coming up, and I'm like, all right, about to do my scare, and I jump out. But as I jump out, they were like closer than I thought, or maybe they like ran into me. But anyways, I clonked heads with a girl, and I'm like, ow, that kind of hurt. It wasn't like the worst thing in the world. But immediately this girl goes, oh my God, my nose is broken. And I'm like, what? How did her nose break? And then she's just like, oh, my nose is broken, my nose. But she's like hyperventilating and like running around in circles. And then I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So I'm starting to get scared at this point because I'm like, did I just break this poor girl's nose? And I go and I think I tell somebody that like this I ran into some girl, and then next thing I know, I don't even remember. You can go on from this point because I was like out of it. I was just like
So I'll tell
not there.
my side of the story, right?
Yeah.
Um, so my role in the haunted house was because it was mine. I would stand in front of our front gate because we built like this gateway that you could enter through that had like black curtains that you would draw and you would walk through to enter. So I would stand out there and I would let people in and I would, moderate the line and make it form and kind of just kind of like shoot the shit with people and be like, oh, it's so scary in there. You don't want to go in there. And
Yeah.
so I'm standing out there doing my thing or whatever, and we're forming this huge line. Like the line's getting really long, surprisingly, because it's probably like peak time, like 8 or 9 o'clock, and my dad comes running out from the side of the house, and he goes, "Stop letting people in," and I'm like, "What? Okay, why?" And he's like, "Who's the kid in the gorilla mask?" He's like, "He just broke the fucking girl's nose," and I was like, what?" And so I look over to the right, and on the other side, so like the way my backyard is built, I live in a 2-person home. So they would enter through our entrance into the backyard and exit through the other side of the house's exit to the backyard, right? So on that side of the house, I saw like this girl sitting on the curb, clutching her nose, and having like ice or whatever. And so I'm like, oh shit. I was like, I know Tommy was in the gorilla mask, so I'm like, I called out one of our other friends, and I'm like, hey, just stay out here and don't let anyone in. So I'm running around, I'm like looking for Tommy, and can't find him or whatever. But I walk past one of the rooms in the haunted house, and my my stepfather is standing in there with my dad's girlfriend. I have divorced parents, and I hear my stepdad say, "We're about to lose the house," because he's assuming this girl's gonna sue us for breaking her nose or whatever. And I'm like, oh shit. I was like, um, So at this point, I walk back out into the front lawn, and here comes Tommy's like entire other group of friends. Like everyone he was friends with outside of our group was strolling up the street to come to the haunted house because we had
Yeah,
told them
perfect timing.
like, and I was like, and they were like, "Oh, can we go in?" And I was like, "Not right now." And they were like, "Oh, well, is Tommy here?" And I was like, "Yes, but just wait out here." And so I walk inside. Tommy's in the kitchen with my mom, and Tommy looks like so sad. And I'm
Yeah.
like, and it was just like, so I think my sister was there, right? It was my sister or my stepdad, one of them. But my sister is a nurse, and my stepfather has EMT training. So one of them was going up to the girl and being like, oh, does this hurt? Whatever, giving her ice, and her nose wasn't broken anyway, and she walks away. And we're ready to like start up again. And Tommy's like, "Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go." We're like,
Well,
"Okay."
yeah. I felt like so bad because first this girl's like yelling that I broke her nose. So like one, like I've never even gotten in a fight. I'm like, oh man, did I just really do this? And then next thing I know, people are yelling that like we're gonna lose the house, and I'm like, oh my god. I was like, what the fuck did I do? I just like turned a corner, and boom, my head got hit, and like that's all I knew. And next thing I know, like I'm in the middle of this giant fiasco, and I just felt like so bad. And then like I guess the girl was like completely fine because she was like on the curb and she was just like, I think I just have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it
So
was,
it
I don't
ended
know.
up being fine, and we started doing the haunted house again and whatever. But um, and now we just know Tommy is the fucking nose. It was also Tommy's first time coming to the haunted house
Yeah.
because he had just kind of joined our little group, and um, everyone else had been there like years previous helping out, and because it was always like a thing, like all my friends would come and scare people and do whatever, and Tommy was like, "Yeah, I'll come this year. I want to see what it's all about." And of course he ended up being the one to break a girl's nose, which terrible that it happened, but in hindsight it's pretty fucking funny that Tommy broke her nose.
Yeah.
um but yeah, so that was literally like it was one of like my best Halloweens ever because we won group costume and it was a really fun day at school or whatever. And then we all went back to my house and got ready for the haunted house, and it was really fun. And then Tommy broke a girl's nose, so everything came to a screeching halt before we kind of started up again. Um, but yeah, so I guess kind of going back to the question that sparked this, like I love haunted houses so much. Like it's always been something me and my dad bond over. Um, Going to haunted houses, and that's why I started our haunted house was because uh, me and my dad went to a haunted house that was so whack that we were like, I guarantee you we could do better. And we did. It wasn't like amazing, but we did. I think we definitely did like way better than you would expect a backyard haunted house to do
Yeah, no,
at
I remember
being scary.
before the shit happened, I was like people were legitimately like scared as like hell. And I
Mm-hmm.
was, yeah.
We had some cool shit. Like we had like a wall that would fall down, and like we'd have people walk into a dead end, and then one of our other friends would knock the wall over, and like they would have to go that way past him. So it was like,
Mhm.
and we had like zip lines set up, and horns and all this kind of cool contraption. Like my dad made this thing where the exit to the haunted house was you would have to open a door and walk through it, and then there was a smaller door that you had to bend down and walk through, and then there was an even smaller door that looks way too small to possibly fit through, but when you push on it the whole like wall opens basically and you can walk out.
Mm.
So it was like that was really cool. And yeah, that was just like a huge part of my childhood, and it really sucks I haven't been able to do it the past couple of years. And every time I go to a haunted house now, I'm like taking like kind of notes and being like, oh, that's really cool, or like, oh, that's really whack. But
Yeah.
I love doing shit like that.
Yeah, I can't remember. I never did a haunted house. I've been to a couple here and there. I'd like to go on like a haunted hayride. I think I've only been on that like once. and I know there's some near
Yeah,
me where I go to
there is.
school.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
I
thought you
think
meant
it'd
at
be
home.
like, yeah, I know there's a lot of haunted hayrides like in general, but I think it'd be a lot of fun to go to a haunted hayride.
Yeah, you missed. You weren't there, but we went to a haunted house in. It might have been maybe it was junior year or senior year. One of them, either way. But our friend group went, and Tommy didn't go. But my fucking friends were just screaming at everyone where they could buy Zootopia tickets. It came out of like fear, like they were so scared that they were just talking. But they were like, "Oh, do you like Zootopia tickets? We need tickets for Zootopia." And they would just yelled at it at everyone. And but yeah,
Did they
aside from
get
that,
anybody to crack?
I don't know. I've gotten a few people sometimes, but
Yeah.
I can't remember my jokes that did it. Um, because I'm just so naturally funny, they all blend together.
Oh yeah. No, you have that charm on people.
I do. But besides that, corn mazes, pumpkin picking, all that shit's fun. But you know, not haunted houses are definitely my favorite. Pumpkin carving, that's another one.
Yeah, I need to do some pumpkin carving. And honestly, just like making food. Like I'm about to make like banana bread, maybe some pumpkin muffins tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Should be fun. And I don't know. I just also like eating a bunch of candy and like watching scary movies. It's
Oh
just a
yeah,
vibe.
that's pretty much all I'm doing this year. We're gonna carve pumpkins and watch Great Pumpkin or something.
That's a
Just,
movie, Great Pumpkin.
Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Oh, okay. I've never seen it. I know you mentioned it before, but I
It's
haven't
a
seen
40-minute like special. It's not a
it.
movie.
Oh, don't they also have like a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving or something? Don't they have a bunch of Charlie Brown specials?
There's pretty much one for every holiday, yeah. But the only good
Word.
ones are Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Yeah,
I say, even though I've never seen the Easter one or anything.
yeah. I'm trying to think. There are like of all the holidays, what are like the? Do you think the important holidays are the ones that warrant like Charlie Brown specials?
I think so, yeah, because there's no like St. Patrick's Day Charlie
No,
Brown
there
special.
is there not.
I don't know. I know there's Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, 4th of July, and New Year's at least.
Yeah,
Uh, but yeah, I mean, you're not gonna get a Labor Day fucking Charlie Brown special.
yeah. Columbus Day. That's gonna be canceled. Um, what else? Is there Fourth of July? Charlie Brown.
I think so.
I've been starting to like Fourth of July a lot more. So it's just a fun
Yeah.
holiday.
Were you at my
Barbecuing.
house last year?
Yeah, yeah. I think I was. Was I?
Yeah, you were because we cooked.
What did we make?
You made hamburgers. We made steak, sausage.
I did make hamburgers. Yeah. I just
Brett made his
I
mac and
remember that.
cheese.
Yeah.
And I
Yep, I
don't need to
remember
bleep
that.
that out because he was on an episode a couple weeks ago.
Hmm.
If you want to know who I'm
Yeah,
talking? Check out our Uncut
we
Gems.
are. We are friends with Brett. Hey,
Yeah.
that's Anyways, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, let's talk about Ghostbusters.
Okay. So have you've seen it before, right?
I've seen this before. Yeah.
Many times.
No, just once. I mean, I've
Okay.
seen like bits on TV, but I really like this movie. I think it's really fun. Tommy's growing a smirk. Tommy's gonna say, "Here it comes." He's gonna here it comes.
It was okay. It was okay. I didn't love it.
Okay. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was like a few funny parts, like, but honestly, like, there was only one part in the entire movie that I actually like chuckled at.
which was what?
when they were all like, okay, nobody think of anything, nobody think of anything. Then they turn to Dan Aykroyd, and he's just like has this look on his face, and like, what did you do? And then he's just like, I thought of the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man. That shit was so funny.
No, I
But
really like the joke that it's the first ghost that they're catching, Slimer, in the hotel,
yeah,
and they're in the ballroom and they're just like completely destroying it.
yeah,
And Bill Murray pulls he's like, "Oh, I've always wanted to do this," and he grabs the tablecloth and he pulls it off and like everything falls off and he goes, "Aha, the flowers are still standing." But
yeah. I will say Bill Murray was probably the best part of that movie.
Yeah,
he
I
just
love
has
Bill
a
Murray in
he
general.
has a way of just being very naturally funny.
Hmm.
I got to see Caddyshack again because I know he's in Caddyshack and Groundhog's Day.
I love
I remember
Groundhog
seeing
Day.
Groundhog's Day is that was a movie I watched a ton as a kid
We
because
should
my
do an
parents
episode
loved
on
it.
that on Groundhog Day.
I'd be so down. I'd be so down to watch that. Oh yeah, let's do it because I haven't
Okay.
seen that in a while. It's been so long. I remember like specific scenes, but yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I just like wasn't super into it. I thought it was funny and like entertaining, but like I don't know.
I just think the creativity behind it is so much fun. First of all, regardless of your thoughts on the movie, the theme song is an absolute bop. Who's screaming?
Yeah, it's a
No one's
banger.
screaming.
Ghostbusters. I have heard that song so many times. It's pretty
It's
great.
literally it's so good. It's so I actually like will sometimes listen to it just like because it bops so hard.
Hmm.
What is wrong? Someone's yelling in my house. Hopefully, no one can hear that.
Maybe it's
Did
a
you hear that?
ghost that needs both. Yeah, I hear it. Um,
That means the viewers at home can hear it.
now they can find out your location by hearing that voice.
um, what was I gonna say? But and like I love the design of the Ecto One, their car that they drive. I love the uniforms are so fun. The firehouse that they live in. I think a lot of
I
the
liked how they refer to it as they like we have to cross streams. It's just, um, and what else? Also, it's like a PG movie, but it's definitely like not that PG. You know what I mean?
Is it PG or is it
I'm
PG
pretty sure it's
13?
I'm pretty sure it's PG.
Really?
Let me look. Um,
Because there's like a almost sex scene.
it's PG, not PG in today's rating system,
Okay.
but it says PG.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's a couple almost sex scenes.
Yeah. But I mean, I just think probably my favorite part of the movie is the montage where they start getting famous, you know?
Oh yeah, I remember that scene.
And it's just first of all, the theme song is again just bopping. I'm fucking Millie rocking listening to it, but um and it's it's kind of it's goofy and it's unrealistic that like a bunch of ghost catchers would become like superstars. But I think it's a really fun decision because, like, at the end they pull up to the place and they're all like shaking hands and taking pictures and stuff and signing stuff. And I thought that was like a really cool decision to be like make them like celebrities, and because it reminds me of like the comic book Fantastic Four, where they were some of the first like superheroes to not have secret identities. So it led to a lot of that kind of like almost like like the Beatles like running from screaming fans kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they're like superheroes. So I thought this is kind of similar in that vein. And I like the cast. Like I like all three of the leads. Like Winston is good, but he doesn't do pretty much
It
anything.
was weird. He just showed up in the middle of it, and I was like, why wasn't he a part of it in the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Because like I don't know, it's just that just didn't really make sense how they're like, oh yeah, he's now a Ghostbuster as well. I feel like he should have just been part of it from the beginning. But I still liked his character a lot. He was really funny.
Yeah, I guess my main criticism with this movie is just that it's pretty slow, specifically like right before the climax.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I
But
remember it was at like the final scene or so, or not final scene, but it was like getting to the part where I'm like, okay, this is going to be like the big villain kind of thing. And then I checked and there's like 40 minutes left or like 30 minutes left. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Oh, that's another joke I like is at one point that lawyer that like tries to get them shut down or whatever, they're in
EPA guy.
Yeah, they're in the mayor's office and Dan Aykroyd calls him dickless, and then the mayor's like, is this true? And Bill Murray's like, yes sir, it is true, this man has no dick.
Yeah, that was funny.
But yeah, so I don't know, I get why it's not your type, but I really like these kind of 80s
No,
movies
I
that are.
wanted to really like it, but I don't know. Maybe I just like other Bill Murray movies or like that kind of thing. But it was good. It's definitely I could see why it's a classic. It's just like such a funny idea, and I don't know. I'd be down because isn't there a Ghostbusters 2
Ghostbusters 2 and there's a Ghostbusters 3 coming out next year.
with the same guys?
It's kind of so it's like so the actor who plays Egon is dead, right?
Oh
So
shit.
I believe the story is about his grandchildren, who are Finn
Okay.
Wolfhard and someone else. And I believe Bill Murray and the other two are still in the movie as well, but just Egon isn't in it. But it's like kind of about it's supposedly they've been saying it's like a send off to that actor. Um,
Oh,
so
who
it's
was
like
that actor again?
I I couldn't tell you.
Mm.
Holy crap! I just got a crap ton of emails. Well, um, well, I don't know. This movie it fits right in with the other '80s movies I really love, like Back to the Future and Groundhog Day.
Harold Harold
Oh, Harold
Ramis.
Ramis. Yeah,
Ramis.
Harold
Yeah.
Ramis. Yeah, but Sigourney Weaver's also in this movie, and
Mm-hmm.
um, fuck, why can't I remember his name now? I must have said it 15 times the other night.
Dan Aykroyd.
No, not Dan Aykroyd. Um,
Who are you thinking of? I have the thing right here.
the guy who just got punched in the face in New York City like a week or two ago.
What? Oh. What's his name? What's his name?
He plays
Rick Moranis.
yeah, Rick Moranis, that's right. And he's in it, and it's not like it doesn't break any ground or anything, but I just think it's a really fun time, and I like that some of the ghosts are kind of genuinely scary. Not like scary, but like their design
Zool
is
is pretty scary, or the dog, whatever the fuck it's
yeah,
called.
yeah. But like the one in the library I'm thinking of, like I just think there's a lot of cute shit like them the library ghost scaring them and them all running out of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's just, I don't know. I like it. I guess that's what I'm getting at. And I feel like it definitely fits into that Halloween mold I'm looking for of like kind of like wacky misadventures involving supernatural things.
Yeah, it fits the mold of like a Halloween movie, um, which is really nice because it's. I've been liking to watch movies like recently that just like scratch that Halloween itch,
Mm-hmm.
and this is definitely one of them. Because what were the two movies we did last? Superbad and Juno, which
Yeah.
aren't really Halloween movies.
Aren't really? They're not at all.
Yeah. um, but anyways, yeah, Ghostbusters is pretty cool. It made me want to watch like more Bill Murray movies, just because that guy is like so funny.
I love him. He's not even like one of my favorite comedic actors, but you know.
Do you have a favorite?
Probably Steve Martin.
Mm.
I
Oh,
love
actually, I know who my favorite is. It's Leslie
Nielsen.
Nielsen. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just so
He's
good.
great. That's why him and Steve Martin are very similar in my mind's eye. You know who Steve Martin is, right?
Yeah, of course it does.
Okay.
I haven't seen many of his movies though. I remember Cheaper by the Dozen, which is I don't know. What are some of his other stuff?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
That also has John Candy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So do you have anything else to say on Ghostbusters? Or?
I can't really think of much. It's pretty like self-explanatory movie. They bust ghosts. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't really have much to say about it. I thought it was pretty good, but didn't like super wow me. Not like a movie that I'm like, oh my god, that really like was so funny. But I liked it. I definitely did like it.
Yeah, I don't think it's really funny. Personally, I just think, it's got that Back to the Future thing I'm looking for. Like Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is just like a solid adventure.
Really? I was looking for more of a comedy thing, which is probably why I didn't like it as much. I really just wanted more bits, like really stupid.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of them, but they just didn't hit all that good. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, might as well call it then if we're both out of shit to say.
Yeah. Any recommendations, or are we going to do the same thing? Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to say about this.
Just say it, Tommy. It's one or the other. I don't care.
I don't know. It's in the middle. It's in the middle.
There's no in the middle. It's Chad or it's bad.
No.
No,
You're
that's
talking
our
like,
rule.
isn't this literally only a Sith deals in absolutes?
Yeah, but that's an absolute.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
So a Jedi is clearly dealing in an absolute right there.
Oh, that is true. Either way, it's a
Say it, Chad or bad.
It's Brad. It's in the
It's
middle.
not Brad.
I can't. I have no idea what to say.
There's two
It's
options.
not a bad movie, but it's also not a Chad.
All right, we'll have to come up with a mid stage.
Yeah, we were gonna have to. But yeah. Anyways, any recommendations?
I watched It Follows.
How's that? That's the one where the monster follows you, right?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I'm not one to love like modern horror stuff all that much. I think A Quiet Place, It, and like Newest Invisible Man are like some of the only horror movies from the past 2 decades that I kind of gave a shit about and actually liked. And this was similar. Like it's a solid movie with like actual kind of creepy moments. I'd say the characters are a little lame, but I think if you watch it, it's a good time. Can you hear my laptop like about to explode right now?
I heard some weird buzzing, but it didn't sound like terrible.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like a jet engine right now.
Oh shit! Is it
Do you
on
have
like
anything?
So besides Trolls World Tour, no, I finished watching Haunting of Hill House recently, and it was okay. It was okay. I know a lot of people are like really into that show, but I didn't think it was anything like, wow, this is the best thing I've ever seen. But it was pretty good. But besides that, yeah, it's a show. But it's just, for some reason, like, I think Letterboxd does this thing where like seasons.
It's like a mini series. It goes on Letterboxd.
Yeah, like I know The Last Dance is also on Letterboxd, and there's a bunch of things that are like seasons or shows that are just like on Letterboxd for whatever reason. But
yeah.
Besides that,
yeah,
nothing really.
Watch Great Pumpkin for Halloween. There are some things that are timeless, and the Peanuts are one of those things, in my opinion. Charlie Brown is eternal.
Is it on anything? It's probably on like Hulu, right?
It's gonna air on Apple TV Plus for free from October 30th to November 1st. You don't need to pay to watch it.
Cool.
And they're gonna do that with all 3 specials this year. This is the first.
I do not have Apple TV. So that's a problem.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to watch them.
How do
They're airing for free on Apple TV. You just have to go on the website.
Oh, okay.
But this is the first year in 50 years that the Peanuts specials will not air on cable. They're only airing on Apple TV Plus.
What? That's capitalism.
Yeah. What can you do? At least they're free.
I guess both is capital because cable is.
Cable's probably worse.
Yeah, it probably is.
Depending on which company you have, cable is probably worse.
Yeah. But that is kind of sad that it's not on cable TV.
I think that's all we've got for you guys this week. Check out our if you want to see some cool artwork this week, my sister whipped up some Halloween versions of our little faces on our logo. That'll be on the YouTube thumbnail. And
also, please check us out on Twitter and Instagram at SSMP Show. We should probably start plugging that in the beginning of the podcast because we find that people don't listen to the end of it.
Yeah. So
So
if you're listening to the end of it, hi,
yeah,
uh,
thank you for making it this long.
welcome. But yeah, so happy Halloween, everyone.
Yeah, hope you have a good one. Hope you eat some candy. Just don't eat almond joy.
Or the green Skittles.
You can eat the green Skittles. It's all right.
And don't break any noses.
Oh, fuck you.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.